Statistics, Modeling, and Finance, Chapter 3, Measures of Dispersion, page 21. Dice probabilities. To view this table of probabilities another way, I'll put the total combinations for each number on a column chart. Here's the column chart. Goes from 0 to 7 on up, and then it goes from 0 to 12 on the bottom. It shows clearly the greatest probability is to roll a 7 with 2 dice. There are 6 ways to do that out of 36. The next highest probability with 5 chances out of 36 are the numbers 8 and 6. Then the probabilities decline as shown. Again, this is not automatic. It does not happen this way every time. If you throw the dice 36 times, you would not get those exact results every time. However, in the long run, as you throw the dice over and over, you will get closer and closer to those results. Assuming the dice are not loaded, if you threw them 1,000 times, you would get the results that are very, very close to this model. It just happens. The laws of probability and chance kick in. Casinos make their living by knowing the rules of probability and following them precisely. You can win at dice, roulette, slot machines, or other games of chance in the short term, but the house will beat you constantly in the long run. The house sets the rules, and the rules are stacked in its favor. End of page. Page 22. Probabilities and risk. Let's go to an even simpler example. If you toss a standard coin, what is the probability of getting it to come up heads? That's an easy one. The probability would be 1 out of 2, or 50-50. It is equally likely that you will toss a head as it is that you will toss a tail. If I toss 4 coins, will I always get 2 heads? No. If I toss 10 coins, will I always get 5 heads? No. Is it possible to toss 10 coins and get 10 heads? Yes, but not likely. Is it possible to toss 10 coins and get 10 tails? Yes, once in a blue moon. Is it possible to toss 10 coins and get 6 heads and 4 heads? Yes, that is pretty likely. What if I toss 1,000 coins? Will I wind up with 500 heads? Yes, the odds are very strong that I will be very close to 500 heads. If I got a head on the last toss, am I guaranteed to get a tail on the next toss? No. Every time you toss a coin, there is an equal probability of a head or a tail. The next time you flip the coin, it is an independent action. The coin has no memory. It's not as if it says to itself, the last time I came up heads, so to even things out, I'd better make sure I come up tails this time. By random chance, the relentless laws of probability. The ratio of heads to tails evens out over the long run, but each flip is an independent action that will be influenced not at all by the last flip. You may throw 5 tails in a row and then bet that the next toss will be a head because you think it's due. However, the odds are just the same, 50-50, no matter what the previous toss or tosses were. A slot machine may be programmed to pay out a jackpot on the average of 1 in 100 times. An unknowledgeable person may sit at a slot machine for 150 pulls and then keep trying, but he thinks the machine is overdue and owes him a jackpot. Or once a person wins and hits the jackpot, they will move to another machine because they figure that it will be a long time before it pays out again. That's wrong. Each pull of the slot machine will result in a 1 out of 100 chance of paying off on that pull. It doesn't matter if the last jackpot was one pull ago or 500 pulls ago. End of page.